For the many people interested in the performing arts, starting out can be very daunting as it is a huge industry with many big names attached, so beginning on ground level can be quite difficult. More so, it can be hard to succeed when you feel an outcast due to your sexual orientations and the roles you want to play. But for some, such as Bo Wharton, it can be a call to action. So tell us, Bo, what drew you to this industry and line of work?
I've always been a performer, I think. My mum said that I was singing before I was talking, and so I went through vocal lessons, which turned into drama in high school, which then turned into dance. I've always had such a passion for being able to make magic on a stage and to transport people into a whole other reality.
Do you feel like you've become more confident due to the roles that you've been cast in and the attention it brings?
100%. It's not even a question. I started performing through high school and I was petrified. Like, there was a point where I couldn't go on stage without like almost bursting into tears. But then as I developed more as a performer and as I played more and more roles that required more and more of me to be on that stage, I really developed a confidence and a love of putting all of myself on the stage.
And I fortunately know a little magic. It's a talent that I always have possessed. And here lately, please don't laugh, I use it on behalf of the miserable, the lonely, and depressed. Pathetic, poor, unfortunate souls in pain, in need. This one longing to be thinner.
Is there anyone in particular that you take inspiration from or aspire to be?
The cast of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, the cast of Kinky Boots, the tour that just ended last year, Book of Mormon, all those people who you watch from miles back in a big fancy theatre and you can still see how much they're enjoying themselves. I think those are the kind of performers that I aspire to be like, someone whose happiness and like genuine joy radiates through an entire room no matter how big it is.
How do you feel about playing straight actors playing gay characters?
I think my problem with the way queer characters are being represented in the current sort of theatrical climate is that those roles are being taken away from actual queer people.
Have you been put into a stereotypical character due to your sexual orientation?
A lot of the roles that I tend to play are that very campy, like song and dance character, which I love to play, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I do felt that I have not had the same access to playing serious parts as some of the other people in my industry. Because when you look like this, people don't tend to take you seriously. So I do all of these courses and they teach me how to be the big manly man, and then suddenly I'm not afforded those opportunities because I sound the way I do, I act the way I do. So yeah, I do feel like my performance quality and my performance ability has been hindered because of the fact that I'm gay.
What are your fears moving forward in this industry?
There's a few. There's a big fear of me not succeeding where I want to be because of this, that, and the other thing. The like external forces and the way that theatre is changing for the better. My hopes about the industry outweigh my fears vastly.
What has helped you through this industry and what would you recommend for others like yourself moving forward?
In a word, resilience. Like, you're gonna get told no time and time again, and that's just par for the course with this kind of thing. But a lot of people think that the whole theatre world and the acting world is professional or nothing. But there's so much to be found in community theatres. There's tons all across Brisbane and the Gold Coast that are always looking for performers who just want to get in and have a go. And so that would be my advice, is get in and have a go, because you're not going to actually get anywhere without doing the thing.
Bo's journey has had its fair shares of ups and downs and has faced plenty of criticism.
But through it all, he has overcome his fears and doubts, and by staying true to himself, he edges himself way closer towards his dream every day.